All right, I'm at Apple State Power Sports, Harley-Davidson in Yakima, Washington, and I am super stoked because it is the start of the 2025 Let's Ride Challenge, Ride for Heroes. So the information can be a little bit convoluted, but in this video, we are going to break it down and make it really easy for you to understand what you need to do to get involved with this ride challenge. But for right now, we're going to head to the Law Abiding Biker store and I'll tell you more. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Always thank you for checking back in. All right, we're here at the Law Abiding Biker store. There's a lot of information out on the 2025 Harley-Davidson Let's Ride Challenge, Ride for Heroes. A lot of it's a bit vague. We're going to do what we do best on this channel, and we've compiled it all. We're going to put it in a very easy to understand format in hopes that it makes it easy for you to get involved, because I think it's super important to get as many people involved in this as we can. All right, so the event runs from March 28th through October 31st. It's for US residents only. One of the biggest, coolest things is Harley's donating $1 million to charities that support veterans, military, and first responders. And of course, being a 30-year law enforcement officer, motorcycle officer, that's near and dear to my heart. And another really cool thing, Harley-Davidson is going to be giving away 5 brand new 2025 Harley-Davidsons. If you're interested in going to the actual Let's Ride page, I will link to it in the description below. All right, you want to start by visiting a participating dealership to register and start logging your miles. You collect keywords at each odometer reading to contribute to your rev score. Don't worry, we're going to break all this down. It's going to give you more chances to win incredible prizes like the Harley-Davidson motorcycles I mentioned. All right, so we went down to our local dealership and actually went through this process today of getting all signed up. And I'm going to go through the exact steps you need to do to get registered. All right, armed with my smartphone, headed into the dealership for the 2025 Harley-Davidson Let's Ride Challenge, Ride for Heroes. I want to see how this all works. I'm going to get started and signed up. So the first thing is to find a participating dealership. You can do that on the Let's Ride page. Again, link description below. Then you want to go in that dealership. You're going to find a big sign about the Let's Ride Challenge. On that is a QR code. Scan it. It's going to open a web page on your smartphone. So it looks like it popped up this dealership, and it is a different website. It's not the HD app. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. It's going to want my mobile number. Then it's going to text you a verification code, which you'll want to enter. Then it's going to have you enter a bunch of information. Some of them are your name, email, zip code, birthday, and other information. I'm going to fill that out. We'll be right back. So if you're a HOG member, you can get extra rewards. We'll talk about that in a bit. From there, head out to your bike, grab your VIN number and your current mileage. From there, just find a dealership representative. They're going to go to your bike with you, and they are going to verify your mileage and your VIN along with a special verification QR code only they have.
We figured it out.
Let's ride. Then you are officially signed up, but do not stop there. You need to walk around the dealership you're in and find 3 different signs with keywords. You're going to enter those to up your rev score. We're going to dive in deeper, don't worry. Every time you stop at a dealership, every week they're going to have new keywords spread throughout the dealership. So this is what they look like. I'm not going to give you the keyword. You got to go get it yourself. This is one of them. It was on Matt's desk here. All right, so what is your rev score? Basically, it's the total of miles ridden and engagements. The more you ride, update your mileage, and collect those keywords, the higher your rev score. This score will be used to determine the motorcycle winners. All right, so what are engagements? How do you earn them? Basically, they can be earned by updating your mileage, collecting keywords, and visiting participating dealerships. So let's break it down a little bit further. So mileage updates, let's talk about that. Each dealer verified odometer reading is worth 20 engagements. So throughout the year, stop by dealerships as often as you can to get your mileage check and find all those keywords to up your overall rev score. All right, so although there's no limit on how many times you can update your mileage, you can only earn engagements for the first 56 mileage updates. And each time you stop at a dealership and collect those 3 keywords, they're worth 10 each. And you can collect up to 84 keywords during the challenge. Keywords will be updated weekly with 3 new keywords available each week. This is also worth noting, when you complete a verified mileage update at a dealership you're visiting for the first time like we did today, you'll earn an additional 5 engagements. Okay, just to sum that up, it's this easy. Ride a lot of miles. Stop at dealerships every chance you get. Collect all 3 keywords, have your mileage verified. It's that easy. All right, so now for a pro tip. What I would do is once you get verified and you get up and going, that's a web page that you're on, and it's going to show your rev score and all your stats and stuff like that. I would save that to the home screen of your smart device for quick future access. You can always see your status. All right, so earlier I mentioned hog members. You do not need to be a hog member to participate. But it's worth noting that Harley Owners Group and passenger members earn the most benefits. And if you're not a member, you can get signed up anytime. So aside from the 5 bikes that you can win, there's also hats, coins, and stickers. And you'll get this bad boy, your challenge coin, at your first 1,000 miles.
So since you verified your mileage and everything, this is the sticker you get right here.
That's the start right there. It has begun. And if you guys are Apple State Power Sports in Yakima, Washington, highly recommend hitting the clothing section. It's amazing. I'm not kidding, because I've been to dealerships all over. The stuff they have here, you will not find at other dealerships. It's a lot of stuff, mid and some really high-end stuff. And I'm definitely leaving here with something today. Some badass finds. I'm actually getting out of here with 3 things, and Lurch is kicking me out of here before I spend any more money, so gotta go. And so when you get signed up like we did today, you're gonna get your first decal. At 1,000 miles, you're gonna get a Let's Ride challenge coin. At 5,000 miles, hog members will get a hat, and if you're not a hog member, you'll get 1 year free membership as a hog member. And if you get that reward of a hog membership, details will be emailed to you come December. And as you meet your mileage milestones, you can pick up those physical prizes at participating dealerships. And remember, this runs from March 28th through October 31st. In October, when you get your final mileage reading, you'll be rewarded with a Let's Ride patch. Let's dive in deeper to the 5 Harley-Davidson models that you have a chance to win. All right, so the 5 motorcycles are distributed across tiers, which correspond to miles recorded. Move your way through these tiers for more opportunities to win. Winners will be chosen based on the highest rev score in each tier. The more you update your mileage and collect those keywords, the higher your rev score. And if you win the bike as a hog member, you'll get an additional $5,000. So let's break down the tiers. Silver at 2,500 miles, chance to win a Nightster. Gold at 2,501 to 4,000 miles, chance to win a Street Bob. Platinum at 4,001 to 5,500 miles, chance to win a Fat Boy. Diamond at 5,501 to 7,500 miles, chance to win a Street Glide. And last, black and orange at 7,501 miles plus, chance to win a CVO Road Glide. Okay, so one of the biggest questions is, how do they choose who wins the bike? I'm going to read this so I don't get it wrong. The winners will be determined based on their rev score in each status tier. You will be eligible for prizes in each tier you reach, starting with the highest tier, but are limited to winning 1 motorcycle. The judging will begin with the black and orange and work backwards, determining winners for each tier based on the highest rev score in that tier. The person with the highest rev score in each tier will win a motorcycle. But in the event of a tie, the following tiebreakers will be used in this order. Most total miles ridden within the relevant tier. Most mileage readings within the relevant tier. The rider who achieved the mileage within the tier first. And judges make the final decision in the event there is still a tie after these criteria are applied. All right, in a moment, I'm going to go over some frequently asked questions that I think are important to cover, because some of those questions you may have right now. But I am very proud to announce that we're very involved in this Let's Ride challenge, because my documentary film this year is being sponsored by Harley-Davidson. We're going to go to Canada for about 12 days, and we'll be riding through BC, Alberta, pop into Alaska, all the way up to Yukon Territory. It's going to be an epic trip, and I know the documentary is going to be great, and it will air in a series starting probably in September of this year. And of course, during the filming of the documentary film, we'll be stopping by multiple dealerships in Canada to get our mileage check, engage, and increase our rev score. And with that said, I'm very thankful to Harley-Davidson for sponsoring the film. And if you want to see any of my years of documentary films that I've created, head over to lawabidingbiker.com/ride-now, link in the description below. Oh, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time there's a hit, another biker joins the revolution. We'd love to have you be part of it. You'll be notified when I'm coming out with new videos, because we are dropping a bunch on the channel. All right, so let's cover some of those FAQs. You can't enter VIN and mileage on rental Harleys. but you will need a first and final mileage reading during your rental period. And clearly it makes sense, this is a Harley-Davidson sponsored event, so only valid Harley-Davidson VINs can be registered. And I'll mention it again, the Let's Ride Challenge Ride for Heroes is only available in the United States. And yes, once you've reached a higher tier, you are still eligible to win motorcycles from the tiers you've moved past. And remember, your rev score is captured at each tier, so be sure to earn engagements and complete odometer readings along the way to boost your score. And like I said, you can collect your physical rewards from participating dealers at the time of or after you've completed the qualified odometer reading. And after 5,000 miles, you'll receive an email at the address you provided during the registration with instructions to redeem your 1-year hog membership. And be on the lookout for that email come December. All right, hopefully that makes it easy to understand. It's not that complicated, and I hope this video will make more people get involved. It's a wonderful cause, and what's better than getting off the frickin' sofa and just getting out there and riding? And hey, you might be the proud new owner of a 2025 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Okay, done with all that. Now it's time to go put on some frickin' miles.
I was a boy with a plan that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. I was a boy with a plan.